Obdurate as adjective. Obstinately stubborn and resistant to change. Persistent in one's attitude or opinion despite opposition or arguments. The obdurate businessman refused to change his stance on the issue. Her obdurate attitude made it difficult to work with her. The obdurate child refused to eat anything except candy. The obdurate dictator refused to listen to the concerns of his people. The obdurate judge refused to show mercy to the defendant. Inclement as adjective. Harsh, severe, or unkind, especially in reference to weather conditions or treatment of others. The inclement weather forced the cancellation of the outdoor event. The hikers were caught in the inclement weather and had to seek shelter. The inclement conditions made driving difficult and dangerous. The school closed due to the inclement weather. The farmers worried about their crops in the face of inclement weather. Illustrious as adjective. Distinguished, celebrated, or honored. Famous, renowned, or well-known. The illustrious professor was well-respected in his field and had published many influential papers. The illustrious artist had works displayed in major museums around the world. The illustrious athlete won multiple gold medals in the Olympic Games. The illustrious actor won many prestigious awards for his performances in films. The illustrious musician was known for his groundbreaking compositions and performances. Tortuous as adjective. Complicated or lengthy and difficult to follow. Full of twists, turns, or bends. Winding or crooked. The hike through the forest was tortuous, but rewarding. The tortuous road through the mountains made her car sick. The plot of the novel was so tortuous that it was hard to follow. The maze had a tortuous path that was difficult to navigate. The legal proceedings were long and tortuous.
Munificent as adjective, displaying great wealth or lavishness, generous and lavish in giving, especially with money. The billionaire's munificent donation to the charity helped fund numerous projects and initiatives. The host's munificent hospitality made her guests feel welcomed and comfortable. The company's munificent benefits package helped attract and retain top talent. The scholarship program offers munificent awards to students who demonstrate academic excellence. The philanthropist was known for his munificent donations to various causes and organizations. Chary as adjective, being cautious, careful, or guarded in giving or allowing something. It can be used to describe someone who is reluctant, reserved, or hesitant. He was chary of trusting people he didn't know very well. The company was chary about releasing sensitive financial information. The dog was chary of strangers and would bark at anyone who approached the house. The politician was chary of making any promises that he couldn't keep. She was chary of investing her money in the stock market.
Tempestuous as adjective. Characterized by strong and turbulent or conflicting emotions or behavior. Stormy or violent in nature, often in reference to the weather or the sea. The tempestuous sea made it difficult for the boat to stay afloat. The tempestuous argument led to a heated exchange of words. The tempestuous weather caused many flight cancellations. The tempestuous love affair was filled with highs and lows. The tempestuous period in history was marked by political unrest. Industrious as adjective. Characterized by regular and persistent effort. Hardworking and diligent in carrying out tasks. She is an industrious worker who always meets her deadlines. The company is known for its industrious employees. He spent the weekend working in his industrious garden. Her industrious attitude has earned her a promotion. The team's industrious efforts resulted in a successful product launch. Prodigious as adjective. Extraordinarily large or great in size, amount, or degree. Impressively great in ability, achievement, or quality. The prodigious athlete broke several world records in a single event. The scientist made a prodigious discovery that changed the field of physics. The writer displayed a prodigious talent for storytelling at a young age. The team accomplished a prodigious feat by building a bridge in record time. The band put on a prodigious performance that left the audience awestruck. Malodorous as adjective. Emitting an offensive or foul odor, causing discomfort or repulsion due to its unpleasant scent. Having a strong, unpleasant, or offensive smell, often indicating something spoiled, decayed, or rancid. The swamp emitted a highly malodorous smell. The malodorous stench from the garbage bin lingered in the alley. The old cellar had a damp and malodorous odor. The room had become malodorous due to the neglected food. The malodorous scent filled the kitchen after the fish was left out for too long. Sagacious as adjective. Having good judgment and common sense. Wise and shrewd. The sagacious old man had a lifetime of wisdom and experience to draw upon. The sagacious investor knew when to hold on to a stock and when to sell it. The sagacious teacher was able to connect with his students and help them learn in innovative ways. The sagacious detective was able to solve the case using his keen powers of observation and deduction. The sagacious advice of the mentor helped the young entrepreneur avoid costly mistakes. Jocular as adjective. Done in a playful or lighthearted manner. Playful or jesting in nature, often used to describe humor or behavior. His jocular personality made him popular with everyone he met. The comedian's jocular style of humor was well received by the audience. The manager used jocular language to lighten the mood during tense negotiations. The book's jocular tone added a touch of humor to an otherwise serious topic. She made a jocular comment to break the ice at the meeting. Pedestrian as adjective. Dull, unexciting, or lacking in originality or flair. Ordinary, uninspired, or lacking in creativity or excitement. The movie's plot was pedestrian and predictable. The artist's work was criticized for being pedestrian and lacking in originality. The restaurant's menu was pedestrian and uninspired. The writer's prose was pedestrian and lacked any real depth or insight. The speech was pedestrian and failed to capture the audience's attention. Fractious as adjective. Quarrelsome, argumentative, or prone to disputes. Unruly, disobedient, or difficult to control. The fractious toddler threw a tantrum in the grocery store. The fractious debate among the politicians resulted in a stalemate. The fractious relationship between the two countries led to frequent disagreements. The fractious group of employees made it difficult to manage the project. The fractious atmosphere at the company caused many employees to quit. Insidious as adjective. Operating or proceeding in an inconspicuous or seemingly harmless manner, but actually with harmful effects. Subtly treacherous or dangerous. The insidious disease had no symptoms until it was too late. The insidious nature of social media addiction can be hard to recognize. The politician made insidious comments about their opponent's personal life. The insidious spread of misinformation online can have serious consequences. The company used insidious tactics to exploit their workers. Mundane as adjective. Concerned with the practical, everyday aspects of life. Ordinary or lacking interest or excitement. She found the repetitive nature of her daily routine to be quite mundane and boring. The speaker tried to make the mundane topic more interesting by injecting humor and personal anecdotes. The students struggled to stay engaged in the mundane lecture about basic algebra. The novel failed to capture the reader's attention due to its mundane plot and flat characters. His job was quite mundane, consisting mostly of paperwork and administrative tasks. Martial as adjective. Relating to war or the military. Relating to, characteristic of, or appropriate to military activities, affairs, or personnel. Warlike or aggressive. Having the qualities or attitudes of a warrior, such as courage, bravery, or readiness to fight. The army was trained in martial arts to prepare for hand-to-hand combat. The government declared martial law to restore order during the unrest. The martial spirit of the soldiers inspired their comrades to fight harder. The martial music played during the ceremony gave it a sense of grandeur and solemnity. The martial tradition of the family was passed down from generation to generation. Profuse as adjective. Abundant or excessive in quantity or production. Characterized by a great deal of output or flow, often in an unstinting or overwhelming manner. The flowers were in full bloom, and their profuse beauty filled the garden. The professor's notes were profuse and difficult to decipher. The writer's use of language was profuse and flowery. The patient had a profuse sweat that concerned the doctor. Her apologies were profuse, but he remained unconvinced.
Mettlesome as adjective. Brave, courageous, and bold, having an unshaken spirit and a willingness to face challenges, full of spirit, energy, and determination. The mettlesome racehorse surged ahead of the pack to win the race. Despite his small size, the terrier was a mettlesome defender of his home. The mettlesome athlete was determined to win, even after a serious injury. The soldier's mettlesome bravery in the face of danger earned him a Medal of Honor. The politician's mettlesome persistence eventually led to the passage of the bill.
Sentimental as adjective. Marked by or appealing to feelings or emotions, especially nostalgia. Showing, expressing, or having strong emotions or feelings, especially nostalgia or sadness. The movie was criticized for being too sentimental, relying on manipulative music and cliched plot devices. The gift was sentimental, as it had been passed down through generations of the family. The song was sentimental, evoking strong emotions of love and longing in the listeners. The writer's style was sentimental, focusing on the emotional lives of the characters rather than their actions and motives. The old photo album was full of sentimental memories, reminding the family of cherished moments from the past. Ready to boost your English? Meet our vocabulary app, the fun and effective way to master the language. Books learn advanced words with examples and audio. Direct hit master idioms, proverbs, and phrasal verbs. Video game enjoy quizzes, flashcards, and pronunciation tests. Glow showing Europe, Africa translate into 100+ languages, all in one app. Did you learn new words? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel. Download now and start your journey to vocabulary mastery.